folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Let's go. It's Agree to Disagree, A2D Radio. We are live from the Real Talk Studios like we are every Sunday. Every Sunday we're brought to you by our doc, Make Him Yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located in Burlington, Cherry Hill, and Princeton, New Jersey. The doc will be joining us at 10:30. Talk a little Super Bowl with us, get the doc's predictions and all that. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Milakovic, Robbie Pove on the ones and twos. The family out there join us from all over. Let's talk about it. We got a jam-packed show. We talk about the doc at 10:30. Well, former Super Bowl champion and Dallas Cowboy Lincoln Coleman calling in at 11. So heavy on the Real Talk hotlines today. Sixers head home. We'll talk about the road trip that was, and you know, a tough one last night. But we'll talk about that game and heading home and what heading home has in store for this basketball team, because still a gauntlet left of this stretch. So we'll talk about 10-9-8 later on in the show. NFL Awards Hall of Fame class announced yesterday, so we'll get into a little bit of that. Steve Harvey up on the podium last night talking about, with all the money in this room, how have you guys not put your money together and kill Tom Brady yet? You know what I mean? Which was probably the best line of the night. Well,
and then they pan right to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. And then he said he didn't know Patrick Mahomes was black until he took off his helmet, which was another zinger out of Harvey last night. He was on fire last night, but heavy Super Bowl 53 preview. Time last year, better day this time last year. We were talking birds, Super Bowl, Patriots. There's a lot more excitement, but still, listen, we're junkies. We got to talk about it. We got to break it down, and it ties right into our poll question brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find them on the web, scanzanosports.com. Who wins Super Bowl 53? Patriots, Rams, why? We also want your offensive, defensive players of the game, score predictions, chance to win some money from us to you. Screenshot it, send it over to A2D, the best in the business, the bad boys of sports talk. What's up, boys?
It's still a national holiday.
What
you know
up?
What I mean? Like, even if you're from this area, you got the taste of it last year. So maybe you're feeling a little withdrawal, but you're not the Patriots, So just say enjoy it. It's just another. It should just be another. It's just another year. You went through it for a long time, so just enjoy the day.
Yeah, just another year. We went through it for a long time.
Just enjoy the day.
We missed out on a few Super Bowls. So last year. Yeah. But I love the people out there, and we were talking about before we came on. Oh, I'm not watching because the Eagles aren't playing. Grow up, Peter Pan.
Yeah, shut
up. All right, because then you're not a real sports fan. You're going to rewatch last year's Super Bowl. How about you watch this year's Super Bowl, and then after it, when the Patriots absolutely boat raced the Rams, then watch last year's Super Bowl to see how good of a football team we really were last year. Then rewatch last year's Super Bowl. Okay? But tons to talk about. We'll be answering your questions, comments, everything. Spike Kelly already in the house.
Kills.
Buddy Hield is legit. No, he absolutely is. Flat out stroke it, but what guard doesn't stroke it against us?
Shooter.
So
he's a shooter.
Yeah. Can we cover him?
I mean, some of the looks he got last night wide open, but we'll get into Sixers later on in the show. But boys, right into it. Who you got? Who do you got? Why? And your offensive, defensive players of the game, and who's your Super Bowl MVP?
I'm gonna jump right in.
Please do.
I didn't want before any of these fuckers go before me, because they'll probably have the same points. I'm torn here, okay? I really am, because the fucking Patriots are the evil empire. They're everything that I hate about football. And normally I would just not fucking root for him because fucking Tom Brady's hooking up with his kid afterwards and shit. It's gonna be crazy. But But then you go to the Rams, okay? First off, they fucking left St. Louis. Now you can say they used to be in L.A., but whatever. Almost all their fans are still in St. Louis. There's 22 fans in L.A., all right? They fucking got Sean McVay. Everyone wants to suck his dick. He's 33. Look how good he is. Oh, he's got a guy that follows him around him and pulls him away from running into the ref. Okay, seriously?
Dickgate again.
Douchebag.
Hey,
and then you got Goff and Wentz, who are going to constantly always be compared because they were 1-2 with each other. So I don't want Goff to win this game. And then we have to hear about, well, Goff got the Super Bowl before Wentz. So I'm going Pats, and I'm going Pats heavy. I really am. I want a blowout. I want them to be like, well, we beat the Pats last year with Foles, and then they can't get it done this year. Pats going to roll them. So I don't know. I'm going to say 35-22. There's my weird number. You know, you got to throw the weird numbers in there. 35-22, Pats. Brady MVP offensively. And then I do think James White has a lot of catches in this game.
Going out on a limb on that one.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm saying for guys that are playing like, you know, the fucking the DFS and shit, the captain showdown mode and all that stuff, might want to look a little James White action. And
that's Tommy's game. Tommy's getting old and he's the GOAT, but that's his game. It's like,
oh, it's fucking
you know
James
I mean?
White.
If he didn't win, he'd be the original check down Charlie. You know what I mean? But he won, and we know.
Well, they don't throw the ball down the field anymore at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I could see Cordell Paris making a play in this game possibly. And for defensive purposes, let's go. I don't even fucking know. Let's go. One of the corners to have a nice pick. The kid with the long hair, Stephon Gilmore. Gilmore. We'll go 2 picks for Gilmore.
What was your score again, Wills?
35-22.
35-22. All right, who's up second? Who's going 2?
I'll go 2.
Jump right in. The water's warm.
Yeah, I mean,
It's probably cold.
Hoskins, a 2-hole hitter. Okay.
Yeah, a little 2 holes.
Yeah, he's a,
You know, might not be your prototypical.
oh,
one,
he's a Capor guy. He's a Capor guy.
Never be a 2-hole hitter, and he would.
He's a Capor guy.
Just don't hit and run with me because I'm out. No, I'm also with the Pats. I mean, there's no shot I wasn't taking the Pats.
Shocker.
You know, I just think the experience is going to overwhelm the Rams. I think. You know, you have half of the roster for the New England Patriots that have been there last year or at least have been there before, and then you go on the other side. There's only 3 guys.
3 straight.
You know, or 3 straight, but then there's only 3 guys or something like that on the Rams side, and I don't know if McVay and Goff are ready for the bright lights. You know, everyone says that this game is not a game. It's not a normal game. It's an event, and it takes a special kind of preparation to know how to handle these types of events and these games. I'm going to go. I know on Wednesday night I went goofy and I picked the Rams just to play the opposite side, but the Patriots are going to win this game. I'm going 38-24. I think the game does go over, as my score says. I'm going to go. I'll say Julian Edelman.
Really just yank that from Wednesday? You just yank it right out from a guy? I mean, this guy said right here.
My bad.
Guy said right here, and Julian Edelman up. And then he just. And then whoop.
Stop putting Greg on every show. Solve that real quick.
No, I'll switch. You got Edelman. I forgot about that.
Switched his prediction already.
Don't
What do you
you
expect?
Don't you dare.
Flip flop.
I wanted to go.
You're wearing 11.
I picked the Rams.
Sony
Edelman,
Michel.
it works.
I think Sony, just like James White, I think Sony Michel is a big day.
Get out of here. Don't let this guy. I don't even want to go.
All right, I'll go I don't care.
I don't even
it's
wanna
going to
go.
be Brady, though. That's like the real.
Yeah. I mean, if they win, Brady will win it. Unless he throws like 3 picks or something, he'll win it.
Yeah. And then defensively, give me Flowers.
All right. Nice. Sweepsy.
I got 6-6, so I'm hoping for like 6-6 all the way throughout. Maybe 5 overtimes, and then I'm fucking buy every one of you dinner. and Benihana's for like a week straight.
Steal that clip, Robbie.
By the way,
16,
isolate that clip.
16, 16, 26, 26, whatever you
count
guys
that. Count that clip there. Okay, Benihana, here we come.
Tough to bet against. I mean, it's tough to bet against those fucking animals. I mean, to lose 2 straight Super Bowls, I don't. Man, it's tough. I hate them so much.
That's not the GOAT I know.
You know what I mean? Yeah. 34-30, Pats. I was gonna go Michelle, fucking Mike's fucking my world up. I mean, Greg's fucking my world up. I'm still going Michelle because they've turned into a running team, apparently. But, Tom's still going to figure out. He's still going to do what he's got to do. He doesn't stretch the field anymore, Let's see if Gronk could get involved. It might be maybe Gronk's last swan song. I don't know. He hadn't had over 60 yards probably 4 times this year. He had a down year for him. But it might be time for the big stage. It's a Gronk time. He loves it. So if he's going to ride off, we know Tom's going to play till he's 60. But if Gronk is done, look for him to maybe do something special.
There's a
2
prop
TDs.
bet
I'll
that
change
retires
that. I'll change that to Gronk then. I'll go to Gronk with somehow 2 TDs. And maybe 80 yards.
Hit that prop up. There's a prop. There's a prop. He retires after the game on this whatever. After they win.
Yeah, I'll take the $9 million that he doesn't.
I know his body's just.
I'll take the $9 million that he plays one more.
He's got Camille Kostek to relax with. He'll be okay.
Yeah, he's got 1 year left on the deal, and it's a $9 million. So I think that he does finish the contract out and then retires. But I mean, I could see him retiring right afterwards too. Defensively, Sweeps, who are you taking?
Anybody. I mean, he'll probably bench somebody. So some starter will get benched. He probably walked in around fucking 6:30 this morning, and and Bill was like, "Yeah, we got another guy that's 5th string. We'll plug him in."
Yeah, that's how he operates.
It's a plug and play fucking defense, and they also find a way sometimes. So who knows?
Hey, I'm gonna go Pats 34, Rams 21. Julian Edelman, offensive player of the game. I think he finds a way to get 2 TDs. It's Brady's guy. I don't know in the slot if Mr. Hyphen
Roby
Coleman can, he ran his mouth all week, so that usually doesn't bode well for guys going against New England.
Do they not know better?
I feel like that Brady's going to find a way to expose that all day. I think
I love when they're
Edelman,
like, he's not the same. No shit, he's 42.
Don't you cover
no one
that?
else is even playing still.
Don't you cover that from the first fucking meeting you have back in training camp? You know what I mean? If somebody sticks a mic in your face, just either say no comment, never fucking talk. Never talk about the opponent, but you never talk. about
only
Brady.
here so I don't get fined.
when you come in,
never talk about.
When you come in as a rookie and they talk to you about be careful about this, be careful who you associate with, the fall man and all that. Well, part of that little dialogue that happens should be, hey, don't say anything about Tom.
That's what I'm saying.
We're leaning in the Brady weeks. Nothing about Tom.
I would act like I just got smacked by my dad, which was, and I'd just be like, I don't know. I got nothing to say.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
And then he tried to take it back a little bit, but it doesn't work once it's set. I think Julian Edelman, offensive player of the game. Defensively, I'm going to stick with Devin McCourty. I think he finds a way to pick Goff off once, maybe even for a TD, something to the house.
Oh, touchy time.
I'm sort of with Greg on that. I'm sort of with all you guys. I don't want the Rams to win this football game, and I know some of our Eagles family out there needs to understand this. Why the hell do we want an NFC team that became one of our rivals to win this football game? The Patriots are going to be dead in 2 years, if not next year, okay? Their dynasty is going to come to an end at some point soon, sooner than later. So why the hell do we want this young and upcoming, soon-to-be front-running fan base that are the L.A. Rams, right? Why do we want them to hoist the Lombardi? Why? Why do we want Jared Goff and Sean McVay to hoist something a year after Doug Peterson, Nick Foles, and the Eagles hoisted one? Why do we want any parts of that conversation? Oh, McVay's a better coach than Doug, and all that narrative, or Goff. Goff was the right pick. He's better than Wentz. I don't want to hear none of it. It's not me protecting my child and Carson. It's me protecting my football team.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I'm protecting my guys, all 53 men on this entire fan base.
I
want the Patriots in a fucking rout. I want the Patriots by 1 million today, and I can't believe I'm saying it. By 1 million.
I was just going to say, wouldn't you just love to see a certain fucking media fucking company just squirm? It's just great when the fucking
the Stooge.
Anytime fucking the Boston teams lose, I love it.
Oh, I do too. That's why I can't believe I'm saying this.
But I understand that what you guys are saying.
But guess what? The one thing about Boston,
I love it too, but I hate LA though.
The one thing about Boston is at least we can say that as much as they're rivals in most sports with us, the one thing we can say about Boston, at least they're legitimate fans of their teams. The Northeast Corridor, they're legit fans. They're passionate about their teams. And I hate everything about Boston. But let's be real on everything that is L.A. Everything that is L.A.
All their fans are in St. Louis.
It's IG models. It's IG models and fake fanhood for every team in L.A. And you're right. I want to stick it. I want the Patriots to stick it to L.A. for St. Louis too. Because what are Rams fans dealing with today? They're from St. Louis. They're shoveling goddamn sno today. That's what they got to look forward to today.
Yeah,
shoveling snow.
They're probably still rooting the bench a bunch of them.
When you lose, you're gonna have, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna have, people are gonna fucking jump off. That's what happens. The New England people, they can't fucking. What are they crying for? I mean, there's fucking, I think 12 parades. Some of those kids been to 12 parades. I mean, fucking.
Now we take the other side of this. Now we were
95 days without a title.
We were talking about this a little.
Is that what it is?
We're talking about this
in
a little
95
earlier,
days. Well, really.
Right?
Oh, drought, cursage.
We were talking about this a little earlier before we came on, but now if you take the other side, all right. Now I know Brady's the GOAT. All right, I'm not going to argue that. But if they lose this game, that means you're a fucking 28-3 comeback and a fucking running the ball with Marshawn Lynch at the 1 yard line from them being 3-5 in the Super Bowl. Just saying. So I think they obviously Brady wants this game.
Isn't that
obviously Tom wants this game?
No, playing those guys though.
Well, but I'm saying if they lose,
you know what I mean? Like obviously it got to Matt Ryan, like he was terrible, and the Falcons.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Julio Jones' catch should have ended the game.
Yeah. They obviously got blanked.
They
went to sleep, but both coaching staffs in both of those games took a shit. And like you said,
absolutely.
That's what I said. Everybody gets dumber. Like everybody's like worried about the players. I'm like, dude, everybody fucking tenses up against the Pats. Come on.
Yeah, that's the mystique about them.
You run the fucking, you run the mode. You run the mode for.
I mean,
times
obviously Tommy wants this fucking Super Bowl.
No doubt.
Yeah, he does.
I just think you can't. I don't see how you can bet against them. Really, I know that we beat them last year. I know the Rams are good, but they better Aaron Donald better dominate that game. And to me, I feel like that's who they're going to take out because Bill always takes their best player out, which means to me. Goff's going to have to throw because they're not going to let him run the ball.
And their line's playing great.
And they're going to they're going to double. They're going to double Donald.
Right now.
They're going to double Donald and Fowler and what's it called? They're going to have to win. Sue, they're going to have to win. And I just don't see it. I think the Pats win. And it might even be worse. I said 35-22. It could be worse. I wouldn't be shocked if it was worse.
Yeah, Sweeps, you're right. The offensive line for New England is just absolutely clicking right now. I mean, they're playing as one.
Yeah.
And I think you're spot on, taking out Sue and making sure he's always going to be on focus and and then they're just going to run outside and then when he is a factor, Edelman or White's going to be sitting right behind where he is, right there in the middle, just saying, "Here you go. I'm your outlet."
No, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I mean, I see how the Rams can win this game. Obviously,
they got a pressure and they're going to have to run the ball.
Pressure and a lot of Gurley, and which obviously will set up and make things a lot easier.
Gurley and CJ,
a lot easier on Goff, but
it's been a month of like him being. Just don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, they haven't been.
CJ Anderson's been their guy. He's been more than Gurley.
Well, with Goff too, you haven't know what you got from Goff over the last month. They're not clicking on all cylinders like they were. Let's say the first 6 weeks of the season. Where they were lighting everybody up.
But when you're a two-way monster, Gurley's such a fucking weapon. You know what I mean? Like, we know what C.J. Anderson has done. He's been a godsend for them, and Gurley's obviously been banged up.
He's got to be banged up.
You don't just say like, oh well, hey, you're playing, Fat Boy, you're playing well. You're gonna take a bad seat. No, so he's obviously been playing banged up for a month. But if he's anywhere near, full strength, you know what I mean? He just brings that two-way weapon to it. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
The guy's great out of the backfield.
Absolutely. That offensive line. The one thing you say about the Patriots is they're not known. They don't put a ton of pressure on quarterbacks. But today's a day where if we're talking about our scores holding up, it's a day where we expect them to put a lot of pressure on Goff. Yeah, or the one thing that Bill does great is, disguises, and really confuse a guy who's in his third year, still a young guy in a big moment. How much can Bill disguise stuff and confuse Jared Goff today? I think, or tonight. That's the big thing.
How about will the Pats score in the first fucking half? Because they've been struggling hard last few Super Bowls. They don't score any points first half. They score a ton in the second.
Yeah, kind of like the under 27.5.
I don't think that they've scored a touchdown in the first quarter since I don't know when the Super Bowl. Years.
Yeah, they need to, today they need to get off to a hot start. The last thing,
Come on, Will.
they're not pulling what happened with Atlanta against his football team.
No.
If they get behind big time against the Rams today, they don't have the firepower like they had in years past to be able to play that game. Like Sweep said, this is a year.
This is
a year where they pound the football, and you see a lot of it. A little three-headed monster out of the backfield, and Sony Michel has been a godsend for them, and a great pick out of Belichick, who never really has valued the running back position that much. And Sony Michel really woke up an offense that without him this year, I don't think they're where they are. I don't think they're in the Super Bowl or even get as far as they did in the AFC playoffs without Sony Michel. I just think that young back, fresh legs, gave that offense this year a little bit of a boost that was needed. They don't have the playmakers on the outside. We talk about Gronk's had a down year.
They don't throw the ball on
right? Gronk's had a down year. The only guy who's had a good year offensively is Edelman. The rest of the guys have just been around. Brady had an average year offensively. They really got it done by pounding the football and playing average defense. They haven't even played that well defense this year. They really got into another Super Bowl.
Second half of the year they played pretty good
better, but they really got in the Super Bowl again, like almost smoke and mirrors. They just find themselves in. They find ways to win games.
Best coaching staff.
Yeah, best coaching staff. And how good is Josh McDaniels, right? Every time he's left New England, they don't get to Super Bowls. They don't get this far. And to retool an offense in a way and reshape it on what you do well. This year, a lot of credit goes to him, man. And
where's he going?
I don't know where he goes, but it hurt us that he didn't go to the Indy. Obviously,
he's going somewhere this year.
No. All the jobs.
Or you think he's going to take over?
They're all filled.
They're all done now.
Nah, people will be fired tomorrow.
I think that
they call it Black Monday.
That pullback from Indy last year was Robert Kraft saying, "You're not going anywhere. You're Bill's."
That's what I'm saying. Maybe they're like, hey, Bill's going to retire in a year or two, and you're taking over. Then I understand it. Yeah. I get it then.
Some of the family chiming in. Mataraki says 31-17 Patriots. That said, he's go Rams. He didn't like me telling the family that if you're cheering for the Rams, you're a fraud. They didn't like that. But that's how I feel. I feel like that our Eagles faithful needs to be all in by Patriots by a mil. And then rewatch last year's Super Bowl and realize how great of a team we had. It's that simple. It's that simple. Anybody out there that wants that bandwagon of a fan base that's going to happen if they win. If they win, the bandwagon fan base is going to start with the Rams. It's coming.
So just laugh at it.
No, I can laugh all day. Or I can take shots this morning. It's one or the other. I'm going to take shots and laugh.
He's not taking shots at alcohol. So
it's going to be a double dip. Double dip. Shots and laughter.
Oh, shit.
Michael James.
Last week he was taking different shots.
It's America.
Yeah, I thought they were running a dictatorship, though.
Shots.
Yeah, I know it's America. Freedom of speech, freedom to root wherever you want.
You. I wasn't saying you can.
Turbulent shots.
You can force anybody to
Stop. Okay. There's going to be no dick references today. It's too early. It's too early to have a load in your mouth.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
You guys started it again.
You're the one that goes.
You two staring in each other's eyes talking about stuff in mouth.
Oh, we were
I look over.
I said he was taking.
You almost went down on his straw.
Oh,
you almost went down on that straw.
No, I didn't.
You were this close to Strawgate. Strawgate. It was this close. That close to you almost going.
I would never drink Mellow Yellow.
That's why he's going no straw.
You don't know
That's
what you're
why
missing.
Tommy went no straw today.
Dive in.
Yeah,
please.
he's not taking any chances. He went no straw today.
Yeah.
He don't want any fucking controversy. That's it. I'll drink it fucking the way it came. The way God intended.
I have no idea how this even happened.
I know. I didn't want to do it.
You're the one that did it right there.
You two were staring at each other's eyes.
No, we always said was
Patriots by a million and Dickgate. That's all I heard over there.
You were talking about different shots last week. That's all we were saying.
You guys are animals. Absolute savages. Where are we at?
He agrees.
Spike Kelly, sort of want Rams. Michael, don't you dare. Sort of want Rams to win, so Wentz has some extra motivation. Okay.
Bring that shit to Bishop
All right.
Eustace.
With Paul Six, but don't take shots at your guy.
He went to Bishop Eustace.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know where you were going.
On, Dad.
He's been a lot of places.
Come on, Dad.
Uncle Spike. He's been
Come on, Dad. Remember he couldn't hack and came back to Audubon? Remember
with Godfrey.
I love you, Mike. I love you, Spike.
Kel's just typing.
But don't root for the Rams.
With Goff drafted in front of him, you like this. You would like, or do you? Yeah, I think he said you think that would fire Wentz up to win one for
Well,
himself.
I like that aspect of it, but he should be fired up anyway. Just stay on the fucking field.
Jake Friel says, "What's up, fam? Mellow Yellow Talk. You know it."
Holla.
William Gore, what's up, brother?
Billy boy.
I have a friend who's a huge Rams fan, so I'm rooting for them. But you got to respect the Patriots and Brady.
What's he in St. Louis?
And the Brady hate saying that. Danny McGuckin got the Pats covering, and with the over, Monday is payday, bitches. 34-27 Pats. Love it, Danny. Payday, bitches. It's the first of the month. Ralphie D.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Best time of the year, Super Bowl Sunday. Mom's homemade meatballs with some baked ziti. Brady is a GOAT. Let's go. People are more than welcome to come over. All right, Ralph, I'll see you at 6:15.
Mom, the meatballs. Fuck.
Dan McGuckin said LeBron might fuck around and win Coach of the Year. Justin Pope, best fam in the business. What's up, Justin?
What up, Pope?
Dan McGuckin, exactly time I've been saying for 2 weeks that I wanted the Pats to win. It just makes what the Birds did look so much better. Yup.
Absolutely.
Yeah, brother.
Absolutely.
Jake Friel said, went from Tom giving blowjobs on a plane last week. Now we're talking about taking loads in the mouth. That wasn't me. It wasn't me. I was referring to them too. Stairgate. Danny McGuckin, Sunday morning show gets weird.
Aggressive talk.
I don't get weird, you know what I mean?
It doesn't get weird. We're not weirdos.
Chrome, what up, Cromer?
Let's get
Happy
weird.
Super Bowl Sunday, fellas. Regretfully, I have New England over LA 30-23. Right, regretfully, Cromer.
Chrome
Why
Daddy,
regretfully?
wake up, Chrome Daddy.
You're right where we want you to be. Grasshopper Landscapes,
He's
salty
like an LA
crackers
guy.
by 14. Crackergate. Dawn Ormsby, hi, fam. Hey, Dawn.
Donnie.
No, Ricky, you didn't miss nothing. You know, you guys picked up on it. There were snakes on planes last week, and this week there's Strawgate between the two heavyweights over there.
You're such an idiot.
Literally staring in each other's eyes like I hope the Patriots win by 1 million. You got an extra straw, buddy?
Never happened.
This isn't coming back on me. This is not coming back on me. I'll roll
trying
it.
everything to
I will
deflect.
re-roll this goddamn
Deflect
tape
gate.
on who brought up what.
Deflect
Who
gate.
brought up what? We were just sitting here.
You're the one that brought
We're
up
trying to
loads.
talk sports.
Not coming on him. Not coming back on him, all right.
Nope.
He knows.
You're not putting this in my mouth.
Shut up, game on!
Oh, tons of fun.
We're already off the rails. It's amazing.
Fam, score prediction, offensive defensive player of the game, screenshot it, send it over to A2D.
We won't send you anything.
Chance to win money. We will send you something. This guy doesn't run shit here. We will send you whatever you want. Not whatever you want. All right, it's like $50. Calm down. Not whatever you want. Now this guy's going to be like, Tom, you said whatever you want. I own A2D.
We got Lenny Dykstra's fucking picture coming your way.
Signed.
By me.
Signed. By you,
Just
by
says
both of
nails.
us. And a signed wiffle ball by all four of us. I know that'll make Lions happy. He's big in the wiffle ball kick for whatever reason.
If you can race us 3 and just keep sweeps on there, you got a Hall of Famer. You're good.
Yeah, maybe we'll actually bring the value down, us 3. So, yeah, Sleeps will sign the wiffle ball for you. We're not trying to bring value down.
We're trying to devalue. We're signing. We're signing.
What do you want, Spike? He said, whatever I want, huh? What do you want, Michael? What can I do for you?
Doors open.
Watch his kids enroll home in Jay.
Doors open.
We know what he wants.
Doors open.
Babysit gate.
Babysit gate.
Jesus God. And listen, the tiebreaker is actually MVP of the game. That's the tiebreaker this week. So it's not, we still want you to have a defensive player of the game, but the tiebreaker out of all that is the MVP. Little tie break 8. So join us. Let us know
TPG.
who's winning and why. And let us know why. If you want the Rams to win and you're part of the Eagles family, tell us why. I want to know because
you could just hate
if you
the
can draw
Patriots,
me
we'll
out of
understand
New
that.
England, then draw me out of New England. But I'm big on just wanting the Patriots to win this game and us being the last one to dethrone that ass. That's how I want it to be.
You can say you hate the Patriots,
Yes.
and I'll
That's where
I'll join you with that. I hate the Patriots
that's
too.
where I'm at.
Yeah, hate the Pats. I get it. Hate the evil empire. I'm with you. Hate Barstool. I'm with you.
How much success can one region have? It's fucking sickening.
It's disgusting, and it all started with the Dave Roberts steal, right? Like before, did the Patriots win one before the steal?
Yeah,
right.
They were.
Yeah, because that's how long back it goes. I
Hasn't been
keep
a
forgetting,
10.
right?
Yeah.
Jesus, God.
2001.
Yeah.
No, but it's just crazy that it goes back that
2000?
far, right?
2001.
Yeah, no, you're right.
2001.
You're right.
One.
01. Yeah.
01.
The Rams, the bookends.
Yeah.
if he was going to retire, that would be another fitting thing. But he's
Yeah,
never going to retire.
crazy,
You know what I mean?
But how about this,
Bookend,
right? Wait, how about this though? How about
revenge
this?
that.
You could also throw it at like, okay, so they beat the Rams and Eagles early in their Super Bowl wins, right? Now the Eagles have exacted revenge. Is this the Rams' chance to exact revenge?
Danny McGuckin says Bryce Harper announcing tomorrow. I believe so.
I hope so. Probably not. Probably for another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
February 24th.
When did we open up? We open up Sunday Night Baseball, right?
When's the next Olympics?
4 games in the spring training. Like the 4th spring training game, he comes running out of the fucking tunnel. And fucking Shane Falco with a fucking cigarette, a fucking heater. Here comes fucking Bryce.
In a fucking Nationals jersey, and we all freak out.
Fucking hair.
Yeah, can you pull up YouTube for
hair's
me?
not combed. Fucking heater. Hair's not combed.
Yeah, Godfrey, that's not happening.
You probably would look.
Ricky Guerrero says James White MVP of the game.
I like that.
And then Dan McGuckin says that's because Harper's a weirdo and wants to steal the Pats headlines. Maybe a little weirdish. I mean, he's definitely a headline stealer in my eyes.
It's also when the game's being released, right? The cover at least.
Yeah, the cover and the trailer. The cover and trailer get released tomorrow.
Right. So.
Or they're like, oh, we're pushing it back.
Yeah, I mean, which would be crazy. Like I said I don't want to get too much into Harper, but I feel like the MLB winter meetings and free agency should all start January 1st. Just January 1st. Just forget the 60 days of just sitting around bullshit and start putting some fire under people's asses and make them and condense it and say, you know what? You guys want to waste all this fucking time?
This is what's happened,
now, for us guys, we love baseball, right? So baseball's not slow for us, right? But to a lot of the masses out there, the game's already slowish, right? There's some people that I don't agree with.
Don't understand baseball,
yeah, but people like to use that narrative. Well, now you're doing the same thing with your off season. You're taking what should be fun and exciting, and you're making it a slow, drawn-out process, which is what to fans out there. It sort of turns off.
You know how you solve it?
Just say January 1st.
You say you can't sign a free agent until January 1st, and you can't sign one after January 15th. Play ball. You got 2 weeks.
Yeah, a little window.
2 weeks to make fucking plays.
Yeah. It's not just and like
it's getting old.
Yeah, and it's not just for the fans. I mean,
but
obviously,
it's everybody though.
Exactly.
It's going for years too.
As a fan, yeah, it drives you crazy. All right, but it's affecting everybody. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's
all the smaller guys are
waiting. They're still waiting for that domino to fall. Like Moose is sitting there like, the phone's going to ring. I know it, all right? I'm just waiting for this motherfucker. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, because people are like, all right, if we're missing, even though there's only a couple teams linked to Machado, Moose is waiting on that. You know what I mean?
It happened last year, too.
He's got bad agents. So I'm not defending you, Moose.
Like,
you got a bad agent.
Like, you figure the biggest signee last year was probably J.D. Martinez. He didn't sign until February 25th. Like, last year was the same way. Everything was drawn out. We just don't remember because we were really in depth with the Eagles for a little while there.
Yeah, we didn't even realize. We didn't realize Arrieta came into camp. We didn't realize Arrieta came into spring training 3 weeks late. Yeah.
It's the big contract guys because owners are wising up, and they should.
They're not bidding against each other. They're not bidding against themselves.
They got fucking money. The years are murder. And I know people say they got opt-outs and they got no trade. That's great, all right? The years are murder, all right? And that's, as a fan, you're like, I know you guys want to spend all the money in the world, and that's fine. You should.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
The years are murder, all right? You spend the money. I'm saying
give them 10.
4, 5 for fucking 300.
Give
right?
them
And
10.
you can walk around and fucking peacock. I'm sure. Give them 10. Go ahead. It's a fucking anchor, and you go right down the Pacific Ocean, right? But we'll see. And these guys are getting wiser.
But that's more with the guys that you're paying them for what they've already done. That's kind of, I feel like that's how the Angels paid Pujols for what he already did in St. Louis. You know what I mean? Yeah. We paid Howard for what he already did here.
Yeah, true.
That's
true.
Harper and Machado.
That's
what I'm saying. But Harper and Machado were young enough that their best should be ahead of them. Now, I don't want Machado. I mean, I'll take him. But I'd rather have Harper. But I feel like both of them, their best years are still to come. That's why I would pay them 10 years. I would give them 10 years because they're both haven't even played a 26-year-old season yet. You know what I mean? When you look at Pujols, when did the Angels give him that contract? He was probably, 29, 30? Yeah, so 30. It's a big difference.
Well, most of these guys don't come up until that. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's very rare that you hit this young. It's very rare.
And I think a lot of teams don't want to bid against themselves either. I think what you're saying. is like when we first thought when this was coming out that, one's going to go for 500, one's going to go for 400, right over 10. That was the initial thought.
Yeah.
But then there, then you find out Machado was offered 175. Then you find out that Harper was offered 300 by the Nationals, which set the bar. So okay, the Phillies come in saying 360, and we're not even close to the numbers that were initially thought of, which just shows you
Which
that.
is good, though.
Which is good, but it shows you that these agents, one, are up or overpricing their guys, which is, smart sales. You shoot for the stars, but this is all drawn out way too much, and to me, it's ruining what we used to be great all season.
And it turned into an
MLB
an analytic game.
MLB free
turned
agency
into a numbers game. So if you look at it, the only two that have made it an impact are Scherzer and Lester. The other ones are all fucking anchors, like we said. Like he said, Pujols was at the end, but Cano, that was a fucking murder right there.
And he was also old as dirt,
Yeah,
too. Josh Hamilton was fucking doing heroin. He brought him back to L.A. That's a bad decision. There was a bunch of them. They were just bad moves, What?
No,
I heard somebody laughing. It was Robbie. Well, I'm just saying, hard drugs in L.A. don't really mix. I don't know why I would have kept him in Texas. Stay there, Josh. Stay there. You think he's going to come out to L.A. with a $190 million contract? He's not going to dabble? Come on. Jesus Christ, guys.
Dabblegate.
Dabblegate. There's IG models walking around with heroin on their titties. You think he's not snorting any? Come on. Lord almighty.
Is that true?
Probably. Haven't been out there, I assume.
Hollyweird. Hey, Hollyweird.
He said, let's go.
And Pove had 1 foot out the door.
Already booking a flight.
Heroin on titties. Where do I sign up?
Tittygate.
Somebody say Bender?
Hollyweird.
Over here in the tube, Gongo's 951. My dudes, how the hell you guys doing?
What's up, brother?
He says, as long as the Rams play man on defense, they have a legit shot. Rams have the more talented team. He's going 24-23 Rams. He said Brady is also weak, and then he puts in parentheses, if you can call him weak somewhere, at pressure in the middle of the line. As we talk,
everyone that's ever played quarterback.
If Donald and Sue show up, they match up well.
Pressure in the face hurts any quarterback ever.
Yeah, no. If Donald dominates, it really changes my thought on this football game.
Of course, our resident California Rosca shows up. I'm ready to see my Rams tonight, boys.
Yeah, well, enjoy the 3 hours because
Rams will win tonight, Tom.
No shot.
We'll see. Rams. He just rabbles.
Yeah, there's zero shot. I love it. I love the Rams up people.
He said Tom is scared of my Rams chicken. Rams will win.
Is this Chicken Gate?
I don't know.
We got Chicken Farm?
Tom is scared of my Rams chicken.
We got Chicken Farm?
Yeah. Turk Boys.
Ranch
20.
Gate.
I don't see Rams as much as a rival that much.
The fuck they aren't.
They're going to be one of our best. We beat them. We played them 2 years in a row, guys. And if we're going to be in the top of the NFC,
they're not a rival. Hold on. They're not a rival.
It's like, do you think Peyton Manning and Brady were rivals?
Yeah.
I would say they were. Now, granted, they weren't in the same division, but they played every year because they constantly were in first place. If we're going to be in first and they're going to be in first, we're going to play every year. We played 2 in a row. It's going to be every year. Just so, start the rivalry up, guys. Let's go.
Call that what you want to. Yeah. I call that a rival where I come from. 2
young coaches, quarterbacks drafted 1-2. It's fucking simple, guys. It's a rival. If you don't think it's a rival, take a long walk off a short pier.
In L.A., preferably.
Yes.
Because the
shark-infested waters.
Well, you drop off.
You just get cold here.
Your drop off, your fault line drop offs a lot sooner. Well, so you're going from
Muscle Beach.
You're dropping 200 feet down. With a good, and you walk off the right spot.
A shark will come and tackle them.
Oh, well, teach her. I'm not mad about that either.
One of my favorite.
Sharknado.
One of my favorite series.
Tara Reid. Tara Reid had heroin on her nipples for Sharknado.
About 4 or 5 of those fucking heinous movies, and I watched every one of them.
You get a tooth pull?
Right?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Steve Sanders. I support Steve Sanders.
Starting to get closer to Gloucester with that tooth out.
Ian Ziering.
No, I got a replacement. It's coming. It's coming. I'm not that dude. I made that clear on the rip.
All right.
I made that clear on the rip.
Until you start losing more, and all of a sudden we're like, "Whoa, Tommy, don't smile."
Well, then you get a full replacement, Daddy.
Obviously.
Yeah, I'm not a clown.
You can pretend like you're a hockey player.
But no, I'm still puffy, so I can't put the thing in yet. I can't put my replacement in.
You're always puffy.
SJM86, yo fam, what up?
As you're hitting me every time, and I just feel the pressure. Like every time you do this to me, I'm just like, oh my god, stop smacking. I didn't want to say it.
Smacking your arm?
Well, dude, everything's set up through here. The whole body runs right through here, Daddy.
Stop it.
The whole body runs right through here.
Gretzky just skating around looking for fucking free ice.
Dude,
Don't touch me, man. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I'm Brady in the pocket. Okay, I'm Brady in the pocket. I'm just pointing to my knee.
Leave me alone.
Dude was
close.
in this game 6 days ago. He's stuck complaining about it.
Pointing to the ref.
Oh, I'm the biggest. There's big time vagina over here. With any type of sickness or dental. Oh,
could have been a shark attack or a splinter. It didn't matter. He
it's the same.
reacted the same way.
I'm like Vince Vaughn in Couples Retreat. You know what I mean?
You know
With
what's
the
like
little
being a
net.
shark attack?
With the little net.
You know what's like being a shark attack? I'm a shark attack survivor. It's a small class of us.
Save yourself.
Save yourself. He's like, what does he say? He goes, there's a real life person here being surrounded by sharks. It's time to quit the bullshit, grab a gun, and shoot some fish.
Real life.
Oh shit.
There's a real life scenario going on here.
Oh, Pingate.
That's great.
I love that. I love that movie.
Oh, it's one of the
That movie
best.
is very underrated. It's such a good film. I love when they're trying to find the other island, Eden East or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says to I forget. It's not Cedric the Entertainer. It's the other guy. The other big black guy looks just like Cedric the Entertainer. I don't know what his name is, but
Yeah, Phase on
Love. God damn it. So what they says to him, he's like, how many? He's like, which one's the North Star? He's like, I don't know, my Harry Tubman. I don't know what the fucking North Star is.
HT talk.
Oh my god. Stop making me laugh, dude. It hurts. It hurts.
SJM chimes back in.
I'm like Ripken in his prime. I don't miss shit.
McDaniels is staying until Belichick is gone. They're grooming him.
Oh, I agree.
And then he
Yeah.
says Pats win 41-28.
There's a reason he went back.
Yeah.
Like, I think you were saying it, and I think we all know that, like, sort of writing's on the wall that.
Well, when there's no jobs open, it's kind of tough. I mean, like you said, if you really liked him, you could fire a guy, but everybody got hired. So.
No, I mean, like, last year, the reason I think he went back.
Last year he was going to leave, and then he.
Oh, yeah.
To a good opportunity, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we all thought when he went back, it was more because of Andrew Luck's maybe not healthy, right? That's what the initial thought was.
Listen.
Oh, well, maybe he's got an insight. Because we know Patriots got an inside Super Bowl and everything. We're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You know, Luck's not healthy.
All
He's going
these
back.
guys are ego guys. Do you think he was going to try to fail again? Yeah. He's waiting for that perfect fucking spot.
And that was.
You know what I mean? Like, so.
And that really was.
If he thinks this is his, once
12
12 leaves, this might not be the fucking spot either, buddy.
Well, the only thing is
I mean, the culture's great.
But the way
Belichick.
But the way Bill drafts, you know what I mean? Who knows if he can't steal that predecessor, as the third, fourth round guy, just because of the system. But yeah, he can't. As much as McDaniels is a great coach to me and a great offensive coordinator to me, he can't hold Bill's jock. You know what I mean? I think anybody can be real with that one. So he's the perfect replacement there. But yeah, you're right. When there's no Brady, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck, because you're going to be held to a high standard following that guy. I would have rather gone to Indy. I would have rather gone to Indy.
Good luck.
You know what I mean? Than ever have to follow in the footsteps of Bill Belichick. You know what I'm saying? I would have ran.
Talk about answering that question. I mean, obviously,
and that team's
he's
loaded.
Not going to go anywhere, but like
loaded young football team in Indy.
When Tom decides whenever to make that decision, like if I was Bill and we know
2022.
That's what I'm saying. You never know when the hell it's going to come. But if Bill shouldn't ride off in the sunset either, he should fucking dig his heels in and try his damnedest to win one. Because you're going to get it, you're going to get that fucking, that's what, like Kobe did that. That's what I love about Kobe. It was all, you're only winning because of Shaq. Okay. Have a seat. I mean, you ride off Shaq, I got this, all right? And I still did my thing because he's a killer. Hey, what are you shaking your head about? He still won, right? He still won, all right? Come on, bud. You can hate Kobe. You can hate Kobe all you want, but he still
I don't
won.
exactly agree with that. He
didn't
win shit till they got Pal.
That's fine. He won.
And buying them.
He won.
They were bad.
Same Bynum we got?
No, different one. He actually had a good one.
I like that one.
But he was good that year, really good.
Oh, really good. So was Pal's the Hall of Famer.
But that's why big men win chips. He had two legit big men. Now it wasn't Shaq level, but he still went and won it. Yeah, he still went and got one himself. Or 2, yeah.
I didn't mean
Still
to
won got
shift.
2.
I just meant to say, like, hey, sometimes you get that stick switch.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to go prove it. You can win it without it. Montana and
We
Bill.
know he's a
Montana and Bill Walsh.
We know he's great. I mean,
Right? I mean, Montana and Bill Walsh tied at the hip, right? Now, I think Bill Walsh gets a lot more credit as, like, a great coach. And, as time goes along, they're not as tied to the hip as much as they probably were, let's say, 20 years ago, right? And 20 years ago, when you talk about their success, it was probably tied to the hip. But as time goes on, I feel like
well, the fact that they had
the
Steve come in and keep and they were still a really good team really helped them,
Yeah, they didn't miss much with Stevie.
It's a good move. Good move bringing him in, really. He was floundering for the Bucs, fucking sucking ears. Good job, Tampa.
Yeah.
Job, buddy.
who the fuck's this guy?
It's like Tampa and Atlanta. Good job.
Yeah.
Atlanta trades Favre. If he sits on the bench, Tampa trades Young. And he sits on the bench. What are you guys doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
It's crazy.
Fucking
It's almost like they forced Montana out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The opposite of Brady. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're like, hey, don't go nowhere. Hang on. They shipped Jimmy out.
Yeah, but guess what? I
They
think
shipped Jimmy out.
Bill wanted. I think Bill was the other way with that. I think that was Kraft.
Yeah.
I think Bill wanted to start moving Jimmy in and Tom out,
Yeah, yeah.
and Kraft said, "This is my guy.
Yeah.
He hooks up with me after games like he does his son."
Oh,
Okay,
1000.
Jimmy, whoop, out the door.
Yeah, no,
And he was
absolutely.
like, just in case you're feeling about getting frisky, Bill, Jacoby out too. He's like, now you're really gonna wait a couple of years because we ain't got nobody back there. Oh, Mother Hubbard, only Brady's in the cupboard. Oh boy.
I believe that. I believe that 1,000%. Absolutely. Because coaches are around it all the time. I mean, he still knows that, he's the GOAT. But, you can see, I mean, come on. You can't play at that level for it's hard, man. In the
Fucking
40s,
Gumby
41,
out there, dude.
42, I know.
It's crazy. I still don't understand it. It's crazy. And he's going to play next year. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
No, when the guy talks about playing
They'll
until
be 13-3.
he's 45,
Mark it down.
it's sort of hard not to believe him. No, sort of hard not to believe.
Yeah.
The guy said, I want to play on 45.
Hopefully he takes an awkward hit next year. Just fucking ends it.
A resident troll chimes in over here. Nitro Freak, Rams smacked the Pats today, 38-21. And then Bondi Sports Network chimes in, 30-17 Rams.
As a Foles guy, you shouldn't want that.
Kyle? No, because Kyle, again, got a narrative that Brady's not the GOAT.
Then who is?
Aaron Rodgers, that was the last.
First off, if you're going to make an argument, the only argument you can make is Montana.
That was the last.
Yeah, I can't believe Aaron Rodgers.
That was the last
Aaron
second I
Rodgers.
listened yesterday to the show. Once you
Aaron
said Aaron
Rodgers.
I lost all respect for any of his arguments.
I love Aaron Rodgers. Don't get me wrong, super talented guy, but he doesn't even get to the playoffs anymore.
He says loses.
The fuck are we talking
losing
about?
Eli twice, Foles and Goff. Yup, GOAT with crying emoji.
Bro, you got to get there, dude.
And then
When did getting there not mean shit?
Seriously, I love that.
Like, I love
that.
Yeah.
You'd rather go 6-10 3 years in a row? At least he's getting there.
Like,
The
what's that?
fuck?
It's one thing if you get there all the time and you lose a bunch. Like, dude, he's won a lot, okay? And when you get there that much, you're going to lose some. I love, Montana's 4-0 in Super Bowls. Well, he got there 4 times, babe. He only got there 4 times. So, I mean, I'm proud of him, 4-0 in Super Bowls. But what happens if he got there 8?
Yeah.
What would have been the record? I don't know.
Guess what?
I don't know, but he didn't get there 8
Guess how many
times.
times he
So
went
you
to-
can't.
Guess
You
how many
know,
times
you
he
can't say
went
he's
to the
better.
playoffs? So he went to the playoffs, I think, 9 times, which means there's 5 times he never
even got the
made it
Super
to
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
And I'm tired of he plays in the AFC East. That's fine, okay? I get that. AFC has been a train wreck. But it really hasn't in
Still
some
gotta win
years.
games.
Some years. But let's talk about the playoffs. He didn't play the AFC East in the playoffs.
He had to play
You still
Peyton
gotta
every
go.
year.
You still got to go through that.
If everyone-
I get.
And you still got to go 7-3.
And the
Everyone-
Jets
like I
were
said,
good.
They're 5-1, so everybody's guaranteed. They don't go 6-0. I'm not saying that because I'm a fucking orange and teal guy. It's facts are facts. They go 5-1. All right, so that's fine. But you still get 12-4, which they pretty much perennially
year.
are. All right, that's still 7-3 against other fucking.
And
come
they're
on,
always
other
in the
teams.
playoffs, so their schedule's always hard.
Yeah.
It's not like they come off a year where
They
they're
play
like,
all the other best
Yeah.
teams
Play
that won the
every
year
other best
before.
team.
Yeah.
First off, how
Right,
about
so
this?
you get- you get the
everyone
bye,
wants
you
to
get the bye,
argue
you
how
gotta
great
win a home
Peyton is,
game.
and I love Peyton Manning. Don't get me wrong. I love Peyton Manning. They played every year in the playoffs, basically.
Yeah.
And early on, New England dominated that. Always beat them. And pretty much, I would say, probably 6 years in a row they played in the playoffs, right? Ty Law's 3 picks. I remember a bunch of those games.
Yeah.
Kyle says it's literally the easiest game to predict today. Don't see it. Yeah.
Why?
the other
Easy
way.
how?
Because you got the Rams. Like,
Dude, the kid.
SJM comes
You
in,
think
though.
Mr. Blowhard for Nick Foles would be so fucking just praying, sitting there like, please,
Well,
please, New
he's already
England,
got his
please, New
franchise
England.
tag, so
You know what I
November
mean?
6th to midnight
I
with
just
that.
can't believe it. I just can't believe a guy that
That's fine.
folds
Let
up.
him lose his
that
money
wanted-
today. That's fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
SJM, no way in blue hell Brady allows Jared Sunshine Goff to take a 6 Lombardi for him. Brady eats too many hummus cakes for this. Kyle says MVP is Donald. SJM Pats 41-28.
See, that's-
D. Lyman are winning
that's-
MVPs.
First off, that's how you know right there that you don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
D.
Because
Lyman.
D. Lyman's not going to win an MVP. That's number one. Second off, Bill Belichick, what he does is takes away your best player. Aaron Donald's our best player. Aaron Donald, I'd be shocked if Aaron Donald had a sack in this game because I expect him to be doubled every
I'll be
fucking
shocked
play.
if he has more than 3 tackles. I'm putting that right out there now. I completely 100%
might
agree
break
with
through for
you.
one sack,
I 100% agree with you that that's what Bill does.
Takes away your best
and
player.
he's going to get doubled, and he's going.
He's an issue though.
Oh, he's
I'm
a
not
big time
saying-
issue.
Not an issue. Not gonna do enough to.
But I think
to
it's
win
on
MVP,
Sue.
but
I think
mean,
today's on Sue. I think Sue's got to win
Well,
for the
that's
Rams to
basic.
win.
Sue and
That's-
Fowler.
You know, who
not
hasn't
good for
won
the
all
Rams.
year. He hasn't won all year, though. You're
that
right.
doesn't bode well for the Rams.
But that's the I
we
mean,
know what Ndamukong's made of.
he's got to win one-on-one. You know, he wants to talk about, I get an opportunity to knock down Brady. That's always a great day. He said that this week, too. Another guy who wants to get a little bit of this, and it's like, dude, you haven't learned to shut the fuck up? You still haven't learned to shut up? Okay.
Look for a Draymond Green up dick punch from fucking Sue. You know what I mean? Late in the third after frustration, after getting fucked up, and he finally, being late to, at Brady's feet all game. Just look for the up punch in the third quarter.
It's like that Seattle. It's like that Seattle moment after that fucking interception when they tried fighting everybody on the field. Good work, Seattle. Show us your true colors, Seattle. Great work.
Thanks,
Great job. Maybe make a stop.
SJM, Rams can't stop the Pats chess game. Whatever the Rams do on defense, Belichick and Brady or Bobby Fischer, they always have the answer, period. Look at the second half of last year's Super Bowl. They adjusted and went back and forth. BG just came up huge when it counted.
Donna Marie says, I can't wait until the Super Bowl is over so we can get on to other important things like the Philadelphia Sixers and Flyers. Tomorrow, Donna.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we'll shift. We're going to talk Sixers
Phillies.
second half.
There's no question.
We're going to talk Sixers second half.
I love
so.
the fact the Flyers are on a 7-game heater, and they are. It's just, I mean, we can't. They're likely not going to make the playoffs this year. So,
Well, they just.
but we can start talking
they
Phils.
they cut their deficit in half in 6 games.
Listen,
They went from 12 points out to now 6 points out. So,
7 games, but yeah. Oh, you're saying after the first win? Is that
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. But yeah, I mean, they're playing great puck.
Ralphie says, now you
Fun-
guys know
fun
what
to
I have
watch
to
right
deal with on Saturdays. A little jab at Kyle.
Yeah.
It's on you, bro.
Yeah, that's what you get for being a crumb, Ralph.
We picked our best producer for Saturdays.
Yep.
Don't worry, Ralph.
2 crumbs in a pie right
So-
there.
Don't worry, Ralph. The super team's coming, buddy.
Don't
Just
worry.
Sit there and stare at the poster.
Don't worry. The meatballs are warm.
It's coming.
keep
Meatballs are warming
It's
up in the
coming.
ziti,
Keep
Ralphie.
wrapping
Hey,
Keep
that's
wrapping
what he.
the
That's
room
what
in
he does.
plastic.
Right, hey, Ralph. That's what he does. They're coming, buddy. They're coming. It's coming.
Keep wrapping your room in plastic so
There'll
when
be
it
four
happens.
guys.
there's
There'll be
no-
4 guys. 4 guys there and coming in the off season, buddy. Just back the truck up. They're coming.
Yep.
More reasons to hate LA.
AD and Clay.
Yeah, Donna, we still have a chance with the Flyers. They got a big time chance now.
Yeah.
You know, a bigger chance than we had a week and a half ago.
Yeah,
Or
And
2 weeks
and-
ago.
And they're playing
An
good. And
opportunity.
they're
Yeah.
playing really good puck.
And a huge
The
week
kids
of
playing
games
good
this
puck.
week, too. It's a huge week of games on some real winnable ones. And then you got Pittsburgh next Monday, which really
yesterday you were getting
can
beat
finish
up,
off
you know
a
what I mean?
monster week.
Good win yesterday.
It was
Yeah.
a monster
It was
comeback
4-1,
yesterday.
4-2.
Yeah. That just shows that they're on to something right now. And they're playing great hockey,
Yeah.
right? When you win a game like that.
Yeah.
Carter Hart's making some great plays.
Well, good.
Yeah.
What?
That one save yesterday
have to
was
tell
crazy,
us.
where he almost gloved it, came out of the
Yeah,
glove.
yeah.
But that save was crazy.
Well, yeah, you don't have to tell us. I mean, you're talking about 4 guys on the couch when the talent is in the fucking organization, they fucking play, right? Take the gloves off, stick the contracts up your ass, stick all the fucking rules up your fucking ass, and fucking play the guys that are in your fucking organization. That's it. I'm tired of the fucking process. I'm tired of processing everything. You know what I mean? Not just the Sixers. That just happened to be a fucking, catchchphrase. I'm fucking tired of it. Just
Well, the
go
Sixers are
fucking
playing
play.
too, though, which is nice.
Yes, absolutely. But I'm tired of it.
Well,
tired of it,
we
tired of
we
it.
missed JJ last night. I
Yeah.
think we win that game if JJ plays last night. I know we weren't talking about it, and it's just a letdown game against Sacramento last night. But
Typical
funny,
NBA.
But Sacramento shot the ball great, and we didn't shoot the ball at all. We were like, I think at one point we were 1-15 from 3. Just they ain't gonna get it done that way. Everyone thought Shamet was gonna have a big day because JJ wasn't playing. Shamet's young still, guys. All right, he's really good at 16 minutes a game and not so much at 32 a game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of our bench.
Yeah.
You know, TJ, Muscala.
I love TJ, but TJ's also at 20 a game.
They're good at 5 to 10 minutes a game or 5 to 10 minute spurts. You know, they're not good at playing full quarters and 25
It's just that
minutes
there's
a game.
a reason they're bench guys because a lot of them don't play D good enough and they'll get eaten up defensively.
And they get exposed as time goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. They're more like if you need a jolt of life, you know.
Yeah,
it's energy.
absolutely.
It's energy, guys.
Kyle, I want the Rams to win because the Pats weren't even the 4th best team in the playoffs. They get a cakewalk every single year in their weak-ass division.
How'd they get a cakewalk?
Give me a real champ like the Birds. Go Rams. Rams, to me, were the best team all year. They deserve it.
I love how they got a cakewalk. They just went into KC and won.
Now we're deserving. So they deserve it, so they win.
They went into KC and won, but they got a cakewalk.
Turk Boys, I just sent my predictions to the Instagram, Tom. Robbie over here, he gave a DFS pick earlier with Josh Reynolds. He's Robbie's nice little DFS nugget for you guys. 34-31 Rams. Mr. Poves go. MVP is Woods. Defensive player of the game, Donald.
I do like Woodsy today to have a monster.
Yeah. Well, it's because we were talking Wednesday. Oh, even on the offensive side, he's going to take somebody away.
Yeah.
You know, you're more than likely probably going to take Gurley away.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And then,
the running game away because they've been running the ball really well.
So that means Cooks or Woods is going to have.
I could see Cooks and Woods both having a good day because I mean, listen, they're gonna have to score in this game.
Yeah.
I expect it to be close to the over. I don't know if it's gonna it's high, so I don't know if it's gonna get over, but it's gonna be close. I'm thinking.
Cook's gonna be looking around for Malcolm the whole game.
Yeah. Does he finish this game?
Is Malcolm right?
Toonami 18. Hey there, and good morning. Plus, happy Super Bowl day, y'all.
What up?
How's everyone doing this day? We're
super.
Here.
We're super.
Here.
Super.
Rocking
Thanks
and
for
rolling.
asking. What's that? Big gay house, big gay boat ride? I'm super. Thanks for asking.
All right, Turk Boy sent his prediction. Good.
Darren McCardle, Joe Montana, and Troy Aikman are better quarterbacks than Tom Brady. And then Bondi Sports,
Go to sleep, dude.
Bondi Sports Network chimes in, Elway is better than Aikman or Montana, not Brady.
I mean, it's like I love John Elway. I think John Elway was great. Tom Brady's better than John Elway.
Yeah.
I love Peyton. I think you can argue that Peyton was better, but with Brady's postseason, you gotta say Brady's better.
Yeah, it's a winning league. That's the bottom line. It's a winning position.
I understand that he's had the best coach of all time, which he has. That's fact. But like you say, it's a winning league. Dude gets there every year. You know,
winning position. That's what you're judged on. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we're not talking about
like who thought they weren't going to score a touchdown last week?
You're not just talking
2 weeks ago.
Pure talent and pure quarterback. I mean, of course,
who out here 2 weeks ago when they got the ball in overtime didn't think they were scoring touchdowns? Seriously, like the game was over as soon as the coin toss. Count it. Oh, yeah. And I'm not one of them douchebags that thinks we should change the overtime rule. Overtime rule's fine. Stop somebody. Stop somebody. The overtime rule sucked when you can kick it win a field goal. Field goal would win the game. Now you get if they score a touchdown on you, you don't deserve to win. It's the bottom line.
Oh yeah, I agree. I disagree. Completely disagree.
But you think they both should have the ball?
Yep. I think both teams.
Even if they score a touchdown?
Yeah, I think both teams get the ball.
No. What is this, college?
No, it's the NFL, which makes it even more important.
No.
I understand one team should stop the other team. I get that.
It's 3 facets of the game. Okay, you can't. It's not just an offensive game. Your defense has to stop somebody.
No shit. But in a league that it became all about the offense, all about the quarterbacks, all about this, well, nobody wanted to see Patrick Mahomes get another shot?
No.
Okay.
Tell you defense had 3 3rd and long. Stop somebody.
That's fine.
You get the ball then.
That's fine. But one team get it in OT and the other team doesn't even get a chance to touch it.
Okay, well, then stop them.
I understand, but the game's played on both sides. Offenses get chances too.
Hold them to a field goal.
No, I get all that. I just think that the game it could be altered a little bit.
Saints got the ball first.
It could be changed. Everything can always get better. Wells, everything can always get better. Right? Like you don't got to get stuck in something like, oh, it's the way it is.
It got better. When it was just a
Marginal.
field goal, no.
Marginal.
Way better.
Marginal.
No.
Marginal.
No.
You're talking about another 30 yards.
No.
You're talking about another 30 yards. That got that much better?
Yeah.
An extra 30 yards got that much better.
Yep.
Get a quote, dude. Everybody in America listen, everybody in America wanted to see Patrick Mahomes get another shot.
I didn't.
Just for football fans. Why would you not? It was a great game. You didn't want more? You didn't want more? You didn't want fucking more? I don't care. I don't care.
Then call heads correctly then.
It's not just a defensive game, Wills. There's how many guys?
It's not just a defensive game.
There's 22 guys. There's 22 guys on both sides of the football. There's 22 guys on both sides of the football.
It's not just an offensive game.
No shit, but both teams, both sides of your football should at least get a chance to be on the field.
If their defense holds them to a field goal, they would have.
Bro, if the Chiefs came out, and went 3 and out, then it's over. So what? So what?
I'll guarantee this.
At least the shot's
given.
given.
I will stamp this right now. You gave the Chiefs a ball first, they wouldn't have scored a touchdown.
And that's fine.
Guaranteed.
But at least they touched the ball.
They might have kicked the field goal. They wouldn't have scored a touchdown.
You know what I mean? And if the Patriots go down and score 7 on you, game over.
They would have.
I just say everything can be altered to get better.
Yeah.
A little bit better. Like college football playoffs can be altered to get better than it is now. Right? OT rules and OT rules can.
That's a whole different animal.
But I'm just saying everything can be getting altered to get a little bit better. Is my point. Like the college football playoffs got a little bit better by getting the 4, right? Right? Getting from bowl games and getting to a college football playoff. At least they got there, right?
It's not the narrative to you because you're a Brady guy, but no one would have been talking about it if it was the other way around.
No.
You might have still because you're a Brady guy and you would have wanted to see Brady, but nobody else in the world would have wanted to see it the other way around because the Pats would have lost and everybody in America would have been blowing Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
But because Brady went down and just rolled down the field and scored and won, and now he's going to Super Bowl, everybody wants to see Patrick Mahomes have another chance now.
And plus, the rules are the rules.
Douchebag gate.
No, I'm not saying he can't.
No, I get them. I get it. That's the rules of that game. Yeah.
Like they didn't just make them up before the game. Like, hey, let's pick out of a hat. You know what I mean? Let's pick out of a hat. In case we go to
you got to get a stop. They didn't get a stop.
We know.
But it can get better next year. As you go to your meetings to see how you can get your league better, it can be altered to get a little bit better. Just a little bit. Wells, if you're going to sit here and tell me you're okay. You're okay? You're okay with ties? You're okay with ties?
I have a question.
You're okay with ties, though? So if you're not okay with ties.
You're not going to tie in playoffs, though. But I got a question. Oh, no, but I wanted to really answer it for you, though. So
we got to get the break. So, yeah, hurry.
So they score a touchdown first, then the other team gets the ball. If they score a touchdown, what? Then we just going to keep giving the ball back and forth, or then is it any score wins?
No, then it goes to any score wins. The next score.
So then you can still win with a field goal.
But each team touched it, though. Each team touched it, and it said, okay, if you still can't get a stop, then see you later. But what it does is
better than just keep giving everyone shot.
Yeah. It's not shot after shot. I
thought we were going to do college.
No.
Got through 11 touchdowns.
You can't do college. You can't do college. But what I would like to see during the regular season, too, is you get rid of the ties. You play to somebody wins the game. Enough with the tie shit. Enough with the ties.
Well, no, you can't do
5 more minutes.
You can't do
10 minutes.
They can't do 10 minutes at OT. It's got to be at least 15. Should be 20. But it's got to be at least 15.
Yeah.
All right,
the
fam.
10 minute was dumb. The 10 minute was dumb.
Donna says, LOL, you guys are funny, or too funny. Philly passion. You know it, Donna. Dirk Dowers, coin toss is a 50-50, though. I mean, that's about as even as a chance as anybody can get. Yeah, I get the coin toss is part of it, but.
And then he's still got to fucking score a touchdown. I mean, like,
coin
it's
toss
not
gate.
easy to score a touchdown in this league unless you're Tom Brady.
Coin toss gate. All right, fam. Everybody join us on Facebook.
Especially.
Everybody join us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Head over to YouTube. We'll have the doc calling in at 10:30. All right, and then we'll also have Lincoln Coleman, former Super Bowl champion from the Dallas Cowboys, calling in at 11. So a little double dip phone call action for the family out there. Everybody jump over to YouTube. Come join us for the second half. We'll have Sixers on the table. We'll try to get in the little NFL all-season awards.
Maybe a couple prop bets that you should take
Some
today.
prop bets and whatever the hell you want, fam. Agree, disagree. A2D Radio. We're live from the Real Talk Studios. Every Sunday we're brought to you by our doc, Make Him Yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
What up, fam? Agree, disagree. A2D Radio, live from the Real Talk Studios every Sunday. We're brought to you by our doc, Make Him Yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located in Burlington, Cherry Hill, and Princeton, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Tom Arnaud, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Milakovic, Robbie Povo on the ones and twos. We'll have the doc on here in a few, and we'll also have former Cowboys and Super Bowl champion Lincoln Coleman joining us at 11. Obviously, we got to be off. We got to be off air by 11:20ish, 11:15ish. Some guys got to work.
We don't have to be off air.
Some guys got to work Super Bowl Sunday.
You
know what I mean? I'm not here to point fingers. You know, on who's open on Super Bowl Sunday. Well, don't point it to me. Point it right to John.
I mean, it's you.
Hey, John, it's on you, John.
It's not even a job.
You know John's not
Oh my
watching.
God, we're doing this
You
again.
know John's
We're
not
doing
watching.
this again. No, they actually have practice at
They
8
can
a.m.
find the kid
So
that-
it was either
they can
do a
find somebody that
show or go to
footballs to a
practice.
fucking
And I was
kid,
like,
dude.
you know what? I woke up this morning like, man, I really don't feel like waking up. And I'm like, could be worse. Could have to get up at 6:30 to go into practice. So show's good today. Depends on the show. Show's fine. So family out there joining us, our poll question, if you're just joining, real simple. Who you got in Super Bowl 53? Patriots, Rams, why? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Another thing, score prediction, offensive, defensive player of the game, chance to win a Visa gift card from us to you, or just Venmo money, whatever the heck
I don't
you
want to
want.
spill it on the. I get
I
nervous.
agree.
You're real classy. I mean, all of a sudden,
Well, you know he's going to end
something
up on
about
his
it. Must
feet.
have had a great
He
night's
would
sleep.
end up on his
It's on
feet.
my feet or on the computer,
must have had
and
a
then I
great
got to
night's
hear
sleep.
about it. The next thing you know, if I spill that on the computer, Tom's going to be like, well, we're going to need you to buy a new computer. And I'm like, dude, you're the one that has a fucking huge glass that's no top on it. Like a
Would you see the
fucking
guy?
weirdo.
You see the guy who slipped and fell like on purpose?
Oh,
Like, that would have
dude,
been this.
first
I
off-
would have knocked that
first
on my
off-
computer like, Will.
How bad was
First
that?
off,
There's cameras
you gotta
everywhere,
sell
bro.
it. You would get away with it if you sell it. Like, really sell it. He was like,
Yeah.
What was that,
he,
dude? Everyone knows you didn't
gently
fall
put
there,
himself
idiot.
down.
Or
Christ,
come back
fucking-
running in.
Like, if you want to really get a payday, you better sell the fuck out of that. You better break a leg.
Yeah, come
Fucking
back.
sell the shit out of that. I want to see you slip and go up in the air like 3 feet. Ah! Then I'm like, all right, well, at least the guy went all out. We'll pay him. But guy went all out.
Yeah, he just threw the ice.
He
though.
threw the ice and he was
Pretend
like-
like you not like pretend you dropped it, then you get more ice.
Yeah,
you come
you
back, you're looking
realize,
for
oh,
help.
shit.
Hey, can I get this cleaned
Can I
up?
get
Then
this-
you go head
oh,
over
my
teacups.
God. Jesus Christ, fuck my life.
All right, fam.
Doctor talk.
Don't worry, we'll tell you how to cheat the man. Just let us
Spend 10 minutes with my dad.
You don't even need 10. 3 minutes. He'll take the neck brace off. I've been fine my whole life. I don't know. I just wear this.
Join us on the Real Talk hotlines, like he does every Sunday. Dr. Paul Vidal. Doc, what's happening?
What's going on? I have no idea what you guys are talking about, man.
Nobody
Neither
ever
do
does.
I, Doc.
Nobody ever does.
We
Doc.
do I.
We go off the rails a lot, Doc. It's all right.
I thought we were talking Super Bowl, and now we're talking about guys slipping and falling on purpose. So there's things really went in a different direction here. But, Doc, a little different, obviously, than last year. Last year we were, jacked up and on cloud 9 today.
Yeah,
So I got
man,
to ask you, because there's the elephant in the room on who guys are picking today. Who do you want to win, and who do you think wins today?
Yeah, that's the answer is different, right, man? I want the Rams to win just because, man, Patriots have just been there, done that, but I just got a feeling, man, that the experience and the Belichick effect is gonna be too much for these young Rams. That's just my thought.
I hear you on that one. That was the consensus around here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The experience is, I think, going to play a huge factor indeed.
yeah, no doubt, man. I mean, they just find. I mean, they're there again. I mean, they're back in the game. It's just incredible. It's just,
I agree.
don't know what to
It's just
say.
another February for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Death, taxes, and the fucking Patriots in the Super Bowl.
first Sunday
Yeah,
in February.
exactly.
Well, Doc, he's talking about Brady wanting to play till he's 45, and just from a doc standpoint, the guy takes tremendous care of his body. Is it realistic for us to think this guy and for himself to think he can play till he's 45?
I mean, I guess these guys at this level, these pro athletes. I mean, they're just wired different. They have different makeup, and I guess if any quarterback can do it, it's going to be him. But I mean, my question is why? I mean, you've been to the top. You're at the top again. Probably by the end of tonight, you're going to be there one more time. And I mean, how many more times you're going to be able to go out on top? And the risk of injury probably increases as he gets older.
Doesn't really have a good life, though, Doc. I mean, when you just want to keep playing football, I mean, I think
Exactly.
his life kind of sucks. I mean, it's all he's got.
Oh man. Yeah, right, exactly, man. And when he goes home, it's just it's horrible.
Between the million sitting in the dressing room and the model on his bed, who knows,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, he could probably do it, man. I mean, he's in great shape. I think part of the thing, and I'm not the expert on the Patriots, but I mean, his offensive line has been pretty good throughout the years, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, how many times does this guy really get knocked down or sacked?
He doesn't.
Yeah, it's not much.
Yeah, he doesn't get hit. He doesn't get hit at all. That's probably one of the reasons that he's been able to, elongate his career so well is just the fact that. Now, granted, they're coached that way. Great coach, and they get the right guys, and he knows how to get the ball out of his hands. So, I mean, it's like a two-headed monster there. Yeah. They got great line, and he knows what he's doing back there.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, that's obviously one of the big key factors there, Doc, for sure, is that he doesn't get hit.
Nope.
Maybe he's probably been hit. What? I bet you it's like 30, 40 times all year. Meanwhile, Carson probably got hit 30, 40 times the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, and in the NFL, it is the Brady rule. It was put in to protect quarterbacks, and it was really put in, like you hear guys talk about, like Carson Palmer got rolled up on earlier on in his career and tore his knee up, and nothing changed with that one, right? But as soon as Brady got rolled up on and tore his ACL, now hey, you can't go low on quarterbacks, and it just shows it was greatness. Greatness changes rules and how the game's played. So The guy's ridiculous, and there's no reason to think he can't play to 45. if that's what he wants to do. But like you said, Doc, everything that he's accomplished, if he wins today, why not just go out on top? But he's such a competitor that he's going to want to do it again. And Belichick even talks about, you know, and the same thing will happen with Gronk, I believe, that he wants guys after the season to really to give it time. Don't make that decision right away because emotions are high. And, you know, and I think when you talk about, you know, a guy like Gronk, who there's a lot of rumblings about retiring and the body beat up. Well, he's got one more year left on his deal, and, you know, $9 million after a couple weeks sort of draws you back into playing one more year. But I wanted to ask you, a real interesting injury this week, Doc, is Greg Zuerlein for the Rams. You know, still dealing with that foot issue. You know, even though it had no problem 2 weeks ago, but was limited all week until Friday.
Of course, I need sixes.
You know, so he's limited all week until Friday. So this could be a key factor in this game on how healthy is Greg Zuerlein, because the Rams are going to need everybody today to be able to pull off the upset.
Yeah, which one? Which one does he have again? The which foot injury? Is this the pump one we were talking about? The heel.
Yeah, I think it is the heel. I'm trying to look up what exactly his. Here we go.
That's the.
It's just saying his is just saying a left foot injury. It's not saying. I can't find exactly what the injury is. You guys know?
Who is it?
Greg Zuerlein. What exactly?
I think it's his hammy. I think.
Yeah, some.
They said foot on the report.
No. I figured it tore off the bone after he hit it from 90.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about that. I thought we were talking about that Hagelin's deformity thing. That's somebody else.
That was Eric
Berry.
Berry.
Yeah, that was that was the guy for the Chiefs, safety. He don't matter now with him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Foot strain.
Strained foot. They're calling Zuerlein. Who knows what that is?
Yeah, that's you might as well say foot pain. I don't know what that.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. They really didn't go in detail. It sounds like a Patriots injury report that I'm trying to find here.
Strain my foot.
You know what? It's the Super Bowl, man. It's like, you know, tape that thing up and get out there. You know what I mean? If these guys win, right, they all get like a bonus check, right, or something like that. But they get
yes.
What is that? What is that worth?
And it was his left foot too. It's not his kicking foot.
It's worth a good amount.
Yeah, I mean, depending on who it is, it's probably
it's about $100K. I think
six figures.
I think it's about $100K.
And then everybody else's contract, like the minimal guys are probably getting $100K bonus. And then obviously, you know, your higher guys, it's worked into your contract.
Well, yeah, a lot of them have like if you win the Super Bowl, $500,000 or $1 million bonus. You know, like Brady probably has $1 million bonus. Some of the other big name guys probably have bonuses, and then it's like you said, the small no name guys, they all get like at least $80K, I would assume, extra. So yeah, it's like they're like, hey, let's win a Super Bowl and then go buy a car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's amazing, man.
Rich get richer, real great.
Oh yeah, the rich do get richer, absolutely. Doc, I want to shift it a little bit to some Sixers. I don't know if you've been able to catch the road trip that they've been on, and you know, were able to catch the Warriors game the other night, and then obviously last night a little bit of a letdown. But I really want to talk about the Embiid Sprite commercial dunk where it looked like he hurt his back on, and actually went back.
He did Sprite commercial.
Went back into the dressing room area, and you know, told one of the sideline guys really messed it up this time. I don't know if you got a chance to see that injury.
No. Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, it looked really bad. He dunked it,
grabbed it right away,
and the way he landed, you know, you could tell, you know, and the way he landed, it was all lower back, which has been bothering him, you know, pretty much all year. It seems like that he's been dealing with this lower back issue, but it really looked bad, and you know, still playing. He looked a little rough that night, but against the Warriors and then last night, you know, the guy just tremendous. He's just unbelievable.
Yeah, he is.
But just your thoughts on the Sixers really over the last week and winning a huge game in Golden State.
Yeah. I mean, I think the road trip's been good. I mean, obviously last night wasn't great. And, you know, I think, like, I forget if it was on the road or not, but they lost to the they had it won. And then what's his name? From the Pace, was it the Pace? No, Oklahoma. They lost to Oklahoma at the beginning of this stretch of games, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have easily had another one. I forget if that was at home or if that was away.
Yeah, that was a home
game.
It
was at home.
Oh, that was home. Okay. Yeah, so the road trip, I think, has been pretty good. Heck, man, when you could beat the Golden State Warriors, you know, top team, and they were fully loaded as well. You know, it's I think that was good. I mean, a little letdown last night. J.J. Redick didn't play, and I read last night it was just to rest him.
Yeah, it was just rest.
Yeah, I think another
Yeah,
guy
like-
dealing with a little bit of a lower back issue all year, and that was a scheduled rest day, which is weird to me because you have 4 days off until you come home on Tuesday night with the Raptors. So I don't understand that rest day, Doc. When you have 3 days coming off, when you have 3 days coming up off.
Because we're solidly in third place right now, and that's probably why they're like they don't care about that. They thought, hey, Landry plays, maybe we steal this one. They don't care about this game. And you know what? For some reason, we don't play well in Sacramento ever. I feel like we lost there last year. And we had shots last night. Butler played great in the fourth. We had shots to win.
Yeah, well, like you said earlier, besides Jimmy, we were 3 for 25 from 3.
Yeah, we couldn't make a shot.
Yeah, and I thought later on in the game he actually he was tremendous in the fourth.
He did.
And I'm a Jimmy guy. I thought later on he sort of started forcing a little bit.
Shot in the lane was heinous.
Yeah, really bad. Yeah.
And like you said on the text,
the one where
Shake's got to shoot that.
The one where Ben finds Milton in the corner is wide open. You got to shoot the ball. I don't care even if you miss it. You're wide open. We got you that shot. You can't drive and then just throw one up. Like, what are you doing, dude? But you're in to shoot that shot right there.
But to circle back, Doc, I really want to talk about last night was a tough little loss for him, but then the road trip. But how these three guys that we're talking about, Ben, Joe, and Jimmy, have been flat out tremendous. I mean, Ben
on the road,
they've been flat out tremendous on the road. You can see Doc Ben getting more aggressive as he grows here.
And him and JoJo hitting the boards is so great to see. We've been dominating offensive boards. That's the reason we beat Golden State is Ben and Joe were awesome offensive boards. Awesome.
Just your thoughts on them two guys, the young guys' development as we continue to go here. I feel like they just keep getting better and better, the two of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think Embiid is, it's interesting. Like, he can put into the other gear. When he wants to, he just, can flat out dominate him. I think, I think he's trending in terms of not turning the ball over as much. I mean, sometimes these guys turn the ball over like they're giving bread away for free, man. It's mind scratching. But, for Embiid, part of I think his development is I think back in Kansas, I could be wrong about this, but when he was out there, he had a stress fracture to his back. It's like the bone was just, the vertebrae was either a hairline fracture or it was just irritated. But, for a guy that size and plays that hard, that could happen again. And I don't know if he's dealing with that a little bit again. I'm not sure. I mean, I can't speak for them, but, I hope not. But, in that case, his development is all part, this is his first year where he's played almost every game, if not every game, right? Last year they were managing his load, and this year they're just they let him go. And, it's just he's got to learn how to himself manage that and listen to his body and still be productive on the court. So I think for the most part he's been able to do that. But now we're midway at the season now, and we're maybe a little bit more, and he's starting to see some aches and pains, and he's grinding through it, which is great to see because he's a warrior. But I think he's got to consider the long-term implications and things like that. And then Ben Simmons, I mean, he's still, he's awesome. I think he's still pretty raw, and he's getting better each year, I would think. I think he's trending too. I mean, I would love him to have a jump shot, man. If he has a jump shot, he can't be stopped. I mean, because then you got to protect him outside, and if you come out, he's going to drive on you. But right now, these guys just sag back, and dare him to take the outside shot, which he doesn't really take or want to take.
He still gets to the rim. It's crazy.
Yeah, his
explosiveness.
explosiveness.
To start the game was incredible.
He's just so fast, isn't he? For someone his size, it's crazy. That's the best part about our team is that we want to play fast, and you give him the ball, and he just goes. And that's a good thing about us. I love that he sets the tempo every game, which is a good thing.
Well, I think Doc was spot on about Joe limiting his turnovers. Earlier on in his career, he was like a dog on a hardwood floor at times, right? Just a little crazy with stuff. And he slowed the game down himself too. And I've noticed that he's limited his turnovers
minus
a lot.
The first half against Golden State.
Yeah. He's limited his turnovers a lot. Yeah. But we knew it was coming as soon as him and Boogie started going at it. Joel starts coming to play. I think he needs that. Joel needs guys talking shit to him.
As soon as they took Boogie out, he dominated.
But he needs that. Like Joe feeds off of running his mouth. Some guys just feed off of it, and then once you get him going a little bit, and just like a lot of great players last night. As soon as he found, and the other night against Golden State, as soon as he found that first bucket, he started going. He started getting going. And you could see it. And last night was a shame because nobody could shoot a three last night.
Yeah,
and that's where JJ kills you because you
couldn't hit a shot.
You can't stretch the floor.
Landry couldn't hit a shot last night. Who was the other guy that missed a bunch last night? Mescal missed a bunch. And then he didn't play Landry
anymore.
missed a bunch. Mescal missed a bunch.
It's going to be interesting if they didn't pick up Corey Brewer's 10-day.
Holden was 0 for 3.
Yeah,
it was bad.
JoJo didn't hit any.
He was 0 for 5.
They might not pick up the Corey Brewer 10-day contract.
They probably shouldn't.
Because Doc, what I heard last night from Zoom Off was if they pick it up, now their roster's tied up, and if they make a trade, nobody can get sent back down or something like that Zoom Off was talking about, or can get sent back down.
Sucks,
but he's still owed him money.
He's a tough kid, man.
And he's played well.
Yeah, he's played well. That
so
sucks.
Speaking of trades, I mean,
hear
you guys have read the reports, right? You have some guys on the Inquirer say, yeah, man, if Anthony Davis is available, get rid of Ben Simmons. What do you guys think of that?
I would never do it.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
No.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Yeah, I think
exactly.
I think we
Plus,
all agree
Anthony
on that
Davis
one.
don't want to be here, so he would just leave anyway. So it would be a terrible trade.
Yep.
He's gonna.
Yeah, and
Anthony
they have to
Davis.
make
Anthony Davis gonna end up in LA. So
Yeah, everywhere but LA, he said it is a one-stop shopping. So it's a waste.
So we need a
I
better
could see
bench, man.
Boston getting
We
them
do
though,
need a better
and maybe
bench,
Well, his dad popped
Talk.
off, so it's not good.
Yeah,
I understand.
give a
that.
fuck
I'm
about his
just
dad.
saying. Yeah, well,
If I was him, I would call him and
Most
say,
people
"Tell your dad
say,
keep his fucking mouth shut."
Well, Doc, I hope,
Yeah.
Doc,
Seriously.
what I'm hoping is, and
Plus
I
of
think,
Isaiah Thomas,
and I think a
5'2".
lot of guys, are hoping
moved by Boston getting rid of Isaiah Thomas. I think
is there's talks with there's talks with the Pelicans. Not for AD, but for Drew and Mirotic.
Well, now they're saying that they're going to hold Drew.
Well, of course, everybody says that.
I love Meerkat.
Everybody says that.
But I love Mirotic.
Yeah.
So.
But no, everybody says they're holding on to a guy until you wow. And honestly, if you're talking about the Pelicans,
It's a lot. We have to give a lot to get Drew.
well, listen, it's a
But it's only
no-brainer.
not that much.
If I'm the Pelicans, that's a no-brainer trade. No-brainer trade for me.
Get out of his contract.
Yeah, I get out of the contract. I hopefully get a Fultz that when he comes here, maybe a little change of scenery. So, I get a Zaire Smith in that deal and a pick. And
Well,
so,
Fultz and Chandler would have to be in the deal.
no,
because
Fultz
just-
and Chandler are in. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. They would have to be just to make the money work.
The-
'Cause Fultz
the-
makes $9 million, Chandler makes 12.
The report was Fultz, Chandler, Zaire, and a 2021 first rounder.
Just for Drew.
That was for Drew, and I think another. There's obviously probably some other little throw-ins. I think
I'd rather just
Etwan
have
Moore was a
Mirotic.
throw-in, money-wise,
I'll give
something
it two,
like that.
I'll give a second-round pick. I'll give 2 second-rounders in 2021 and 2022, a second round each year for Mirotic.
I'll give our first round.
I know, but I'd
give our
rather.
first round
I'll give.
this year, 'cause
I'll give.
it's not gonna mean
I'll give our first round. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
giving Miami.
No, I'm
they
not
want the
giving-
Miami Heat
I'm
one.
not giving-
I'm not giving that.
Well, my last question for you, Doc. From what we've seen in the
Good.
Sixers, can this team come out of the East? Do you have confidence at a 1 to 10? What would your confidence level of them being able to come out of the East?
Coming out of the East. That means they got to get past Toronto and
Boston and Milwaukee.
Boston. Yeah, Boston, it's interesting, man. Boston, I don't know about Boston. They're just I think Toronto's the bigger one with Kawhi and then Milwaukee with that guy Giannis, man. But if you want to on a 0 to 10, I'm saying at least a solid 8, man, that they can get out of the East.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, I think so. Because, hey, man, I don't think it's no one's walking away with it. 'Cause
No,
if the
I
Sixers-
totally
East-
agree with
East
you
is
there,
pretty
Doc.
tight,
No
yeah.
one's walking away with it. That's for sure. I would put it more like a 6.5, but I like the 8 out of you though. I like it. I like it. The guys show me that they can beat Boston first. I'm actually less afraid of Milwaukee. I feel like we play Milwaukee good every time we play them. I'm less afraid of Milwaukee than I am of Toronto or Boston. I right now, if you told us that told me that we're playing Milwaukee in the series, I think I'm semi-confident we could beat them. If you told me we're playing Toronto or Boston, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we could get there. Don't get me wrong, and we still can make a move. Obviously, I think we still need another shooter.
Yeah.
We need a good.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'd love a Mirotic. I'd love it.
Yeah, I do.
We
I
need
love
somebody.
Meerkat.
Or
Where's he
like you
from?
said, Wesley Johns,
New Orleans.
Like
Wesley
Wesley
Matthews.
Matthews,
Yeah.
New Orleans, Doc.
Miritich is on New Orleans now. He's been around the league though a lot. He's European. He's a big guy though. He's like 6'9", but he's a shooter.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You hope for maybe some buyouts or something, you know.
Maybe Wes Matthews. That'd be nice.
Maybe a Bazemore. I know him. He's not great, but it's another guy.
Jordan.
And the other guy, because the Hawks got two guys. The Deadman guy. They talk about you want to have two big men. He's a 7-footer, but he's like 38% from three this year. You talk about two big guys.
Deadman? I like Deadman.
Two big guys that can shoot the three. You know what I mean?
And I like
Torian inside,
I
outside.
like Torian Prince a lot,
Some
but
that's some
you got to give a
nightmares,
lot to get Torian Prince.
Yeah.
But I like Torian Prince a lot. There's a couple guys that are out there that should. There's decent buyout opportunities for a few guys out there.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Should happen within the next week and a half. So.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Knicks are starting over, so I would expect that out of the Matthews thing. You think,
well, they're going to keep Dennis Smith, and I assume that they're going to buy out Matthews and DeAndre Jordan. I would think they're both going to play today. They're saying so. I assume they're probably going to buy him out this week.
Yeah.
I would take both, though.
4 to 7.
I'd take both.
Yeah, I don't know about DeAndre.
I don't really like DeAndre that much.
DeAndre
But I'll
Jordan
take him.
doesn't do much for you.
He's a defender.
I'll take
Good
him, though.
defensive
Yeah.
player.
I'll take
but
both. If you tell me I can
If
take
he wants
both.
to come off the bench, then
No, I'll take both.
Yeah.
I'll take both. You want to come? You want to come win? You want to come win
Yeah,
games?
yeah.
I'll take both of you. I'll take Wesley for the shooting, and I'll take DeAndre. I'll take DeAndre for just a guy off the bench.
Well, Ben could definitely find him for some dumb smell.
Absolutely.
Stuff.
Now you don't want him on the court.
But when you get
That could be foul
2.0.
game.
you
Foul
get
game.
you get JoJo in
Lob
foul trouble or
City.
JoJo out of the game, then you put DeAndre and you don't lose much defensively,
yeah.
which is good.
Yep.
Absolutely, Doc. Anything coming up for you over at Specialized Physical Therapy?
Let's see here. Anything coming up? We have actually. You know what? We're in the contest for Courier Post Best of South Jersey. So voting ends
Get
this
the votes
Friday.
in.
Yeah, we
This
got to get
Friday?
the votes in, man. This Friday, the voting ends this Friday at like 6 p.m. So I think I gave you guys a link somewhere. I think you guys share it, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
but
share it
go
again too, Doc.
Stuff the ballot box.
We
Let's
will
go.
definitely share it again. Let's stuff the box, people.
Yeah, hit the link and write us in. Get under physical therapy facility, and you can just write in Specialized Physical Therapy LLC, and then rock the vote. But no, that's happening. Actually, this past Friday, our friend John Scanzano and his group at Scanzano Sports, we did our Sport Ready program, and we tested out several of the athletes out in terms of concussion baseline and also musculoskeletal screening. So we did that Friday night. That was great. Seeing if these kids are fit to play in terms of any risk for injury, that type of stuff. So really good time, and hopefully it was a valuable service for them. So if any group wants to have their teams assessed and checked out, just reach out to us. It's our Sport Ready program, and we can come to you guys and kind of get your athletes' readiness to play assessment.
Yeah, awesome. I saw that you're up there doing that stuff. That was cool. You had to bring the equipment out for it too. I saw.
Yeah, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, I had to track it around, but that's awesome. The Sports Ready program, yeah, saw that up there, and most of the high school guys, right?
Kings kids, yeah.
Most of the baseball guys.
Right.
That's awesome. Yeah, and we'll get we'll share the vote again for South Jersey, the South Jersey vote.
We'll get
Best
the
South
fam.
Jersey,
We'll
yeah.
get the fam on it.
Yeah, we'll get them back on it.
Yeah.
We'll get them back
How
on
much
it.
do the votes cost you, Doc? That's what we want to know,
Guys, always looking to fill a wallet up.
Gotta know with a handshake. Can't have an empty handshake, Doc. Willis knows a lot of people. Come on.
We're going to get that vote. We'll get that vote out. How much do you want to be Best of South?
Texas all fair.
I've
Texas
played
all
that
fair.
game before, man.
Got a car full of bats. It's Texas all fair. Got a lot of intimidation.
I'm thinking like free massages once a week.
I do them personally, so it'll be good for between you and me.
Costanza, it moved.
Oh,
great.
man. Doc, always a pleasure. You just talked about John. Well, we got to rush out of here because of John. So we just shifted right back at him like we do every Sunday.
No problem, man. No problem.
But, yeah, Doc, we'll get the Best South Jersey share out there again for you, and we'll keep flooding in the votes and hopefully, pull one out here.
Absolutely.
Sounds good.
Pull one out. Doc, great talking to you. We'll talk to you next Sunday again.
See you, Doc. Enjoy it again.
Yep. Thanks, Doc. Enjoy the Super Bowl, Doc. See you.
Yeah, you too, guys. Take it easy.
See you, Doc. That was Dr. Paul Vidal, everybody. Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located in Burlington, Cherry Hill, and Princeton, New Jersey. All right, you find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Best South Jersey, that's up on the A2D page on the Facebook. We will reshare that. I will get that out again tomorrow afternoon for the Doc again, but you can scroll through the feed. Oh, it's up over the last couple of days, but I'll reshare it again, put it out there. Hashtag I already voted, but to the family out there that hasn't, get your goddamn votes in. We should have Lincoln up any minute. If not, he might be calling in Wednesday. I gave him 2 options. Just to be, I don't know. Because he's in Dallas, so he's an hour, it's only 10. It might have been a long, you know what I mean? Maybe the guy didn't feel like waking up early today. I don't know. But
join the club.
I gave him the option. So he has your number, Greg. So if he calls you, we'll fire him up. If not, we already started to talk some Sixers, boys. But, coming home to a big stretch, just sort of monster stretch. I know we've done the win-losses before this. How many games we got left of this stretch? Is it 5? Okay, so
before the break. If we had the Knicks, we didn't have the Knicks before, but that's right.
So we'll add them now, just so it's 5 games. So what do you got now?
What
do you got now with this gauntlet now at home, boys? We already had the gauntlet away. What were we, 3-1 on our road trip? Am I wrong on that?
3-2.
3-2.
3-2.
Yeah, because we lost.
We lost at Denver.
We lost at Denver. That's right. That was another giveaway. Okay, but still 3-2. I think it's a really good trip for a young team needing to learn how to win on the road.
Yeah.
Huge. And the Lakers game, whatever. The Lakers played Golden State real tough last night. So now, granted, they didn't have Kuz when we played them, but still, you got to go into somebody else's building and beat them. It's a tough league. Okay, and then you go to Golden State, and I don't give a shit, no Klay Thompson or Klay Thompson. That team's fucking flat out loaded without Klay Thompson. Okay, newsflash. All right, loaded. We went in there, and we beat them up. Will said, dominate the glass, and this is why big men win championships, because you got 2 of them. You don't just got 1. We always talk about Joe being this dominant big man, and we sort of throughout this process, because Gwen played so much guard, we sort of let them out of this. But newsflash to the family out there, this is the first time since the Robinson and the Spurs where I saw 2 guys posted up last night at one time. I said, oh, a little twin tower. Zumwalt talked about it. They both at one point were posted up in the post. Because Ben, we got to give some credit. And I took shots in not being aggressive enough earlier on. But when he's in the post, he's flat out aggressive down there, and I love it. Now he's got some, some post moves he can get better at, and some finish times where he doesn't finish, sometimes where he doesn't know where he's at around the basket. But overall, I feel like he's been real assertive, real aggressive. He's been getting it done on defensively. The block on Steph Curry, and I thought once
might be the biggest play of the game.
When he was able to defend Curry, and I thought McConnell did a good job defending Curry too, just making him work. And I thought,
listen, he's going to hit shots, like you said. He's got to make him work for it. And he's ridiculous. But
it's funny you mentioned JoJo early in his career being a dog on a wood floor. Well, that's kind of like Ben is in the post because he's so used to having the ball in his hands, so used to playing like a point forward that when he's down there with somebody on his size, with his size, he is still green down with his post moves.
Mouse in the house, he'll kill you.
Mouse in the house.
Yeah.
There's no issue because it's drop, step, and go. But when he's got somebody that's also going to body him up, he's still a little green.
Well, you made a good point the other night when we were talking.
I love that.
Bring in Hakeem. Bring in a little Hakeem for some
but like
footwork.
his now 12-foot turnaround, to me, is his jump shot right now. You know what I mean? Out of the post where he kind of spins out and he got that.
He doesn't make 12. Any of them, but
but that's
still
taking his jump shot.
Well, you said the other night it was a good point.
30% on him, I'd say.
Him having to play the post in Denver almost reacclimated him with playing the post, and it sort of looked like he's got a little bit more comfortable with that since. So that game, even though Joe didn't play, it almost was a blessing because it got this guy sort of getting back down there again like he was at LSU so much, where he was backing guys down and using his size. And he went up against a guy who's real similar, size-wide, athleticism, and Bagley last night. And I thought he did a good job in the post, Ben. I really did. I think Marvin sort of
played well.
Marvin sort of got him a little bit with his post move, but that's why he drafted number 2 overall. Pretty good player. And I know people want to that's such a bad loss to the Kings. It's a real good young basketball team.
It's not a bad loss at all.
And they're real good at home. are real good. Now they're winners at 5 in a row at home. They've been playing real well at home. You still got to win that game.
They're above 500 in the Western
But
Conference.
that's a really good. If you go look at that roster, people were getting off that fire. Brett Brown, Buddy Hield should never go off. Buddy Hield's been going off all year.
Buddy Hield's averaging over 20 a game.
That's not a Hawks loss. I mean,
no.
It's just,
they're not the same Kings team that people want to.
We're pissed off because we just beat the Warriors and we wish we shot better. And
they got
Jay didn't play.
They have four
four
very young good players.
Oh, Kings are not. I like that.
Very young good players. And they have complementary pieces, which I like too. I like Bogdanovich. I like Bielitsa.
Well, you got two guys missing last night, and then you get into a track. You get into a track meet. That's hard too, right? You're on the last game. You're about to leave on a tough trip,
right?
You
knew it had to be a track.
No, but then with no Chandler, no JJ, so my bench is already limited, as it already is.
And we didn't hit any shots,
right? And now it's even more limited, and now I'm in a track meet. And listen, I'll give Landry credit. He didn't shoot well last night, but he flat out did it, in my opinion. I thought he was palms up, and he was making guys work for their shots. But, he's young. But I thought he played well defensively last night.
But
he played hard. He just couldn't make a shot.
No, he couldn't.
Things where you beat
Feel
the
for him,
Warriors,
too,
you knew you were going to have a letdown game, whether everyone played or not.
And it's still fight, though,
and
not because you're down 13 at one point where you could have just hung it up and said, okay. But to take the lead.
You lose the Warriors and beat the Kings.
3 times in the fourth? I think we took the lead by a point.
Yeah, we're up a minute and a half left.
But there was about 3 times where we took a 1-point lead, right?
My buddy was a killer. That was like,
yeah, we just kept, every time we went up 1, they hit a 3 to go back up 2. It was a killer.
Yeah, and
we could never stretch it past 1. We were up 1 like 3 times.
No, we really couldn't.
Yep.
All right, fam. 11:07. We'll get out of here 11:10. It'll actually give me 3. It'll actually give me 10 extra minutes to not have to fucking fly around here. So we'll get Lincoln on Wednesday. Lincoln's the man. I already talked to him once. You can go check out the interview on the YouTube. We had a fun conversation, a little iguana mirage talk that started off, which was funny. But
any
Lincoln,
props you like, Wilson,
great guy.
before on the way out the door? Anybody like any props?
I like
give me
I
some
like
props.
Brady over passing yards. I think it's like 300. He's been over 300.
304, yeah.
He's been over 300 for 4 straight Super Bowls. I don't see that changing. I like heads for the coin toss, and I like that there will be 3 consecutive scores by one team. That's one of them.
I know. I always bet that.
I like that one too.
It's always plus.
That's an interesting.
And
I always say no because it's plus, and then it loses a lot. Because like right before the half.
I'm also going to bet that there will be a safety. I don't know if there will be, but it's very good odds. It's high odds, and there's been a safety 3 the last 4 Super Bowls. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Look a little Ted better.
I'll throw one out there for you.
A little factual.
First off, the Denver Broncos, Seattle Seahawks. The first score of the game was a safety, and if you bet that, then you're still counting your money if you bet that.
Runs right
it was
through you.
plus $30,000, I believe.
Yeah. I like a 2-point conversion today. Like I said earlier, under I think 27.5 in the first half.
Over 2.5. Over 2.5 people to attempt to pass. I like that one today too. Ooh, 4 people last Super Bowl threw a pass. Just a FYI.
Yeah,
trickery.
And both these coaches are just like they're just sitting there oiling themselves, ready to pull it out. You know what I mean? Like Johnny Heckard.
There is someone throwing a pass today.
Johnny Heckard, Julie Edelman making a pass to somebody.
Somebody other than just the QBs are throwing a pass today. Mark it down.
Oh, you know how that goes. Yeah, somebody's catching.
I like Gronk. I think over 62 maybe or something.
I like a bunch of them. I got to go look through them. There's a whole bunch.
Cordell Patterson. My buddy's got him as an MVP, 125-1.
Greg DeLeg usually boots him out there, though. You know what I mean? As the opposite word, Gostkowski's not much of a touchback guy, so I look for. I think there's one where the Rams can return more yards. I think on a kickoff, not necessarily a touchdown, but more kickoff.
But Zerline's got a foot strain.
We're inside, though, too. No win.
Yeah, no.
It's the left foot?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. Why the hell are they even talking about if it's a left foot?
Plant foot.
Just plant foot, though.
Oh, stop it.
Still matters.
Fucking soccer player. It's a fucking foot.
Still matters.
Stop it. Would you stop it? They'll shoot that thing up. He won't even feel it.
Never said he would.
He'd be playing with a fucking stump. There could be no foot there. He'd still be fine.
Tom Dempsey's son.
Dempsey just didn't have any toes, though. It was like a mallet.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't even count it. He's like swinging a mallet out there. Really tough. Thump.
You're such an issue.
How am I an issue?
I don't know. I just like saying that before we
Tom
wrap up.
Dempsey didn't have toes.
I just like to say you're an issue before we wrap it up.
Is it harder to kick with toes or
Just
with a
to
fucking
confirm.
flat block foot? I think it's easier with a block.
Oh, no question. I think I can hit.
Absolutely.
I think I'll be the greatest kicker in
If you cut
in
my
modern
toes off,
day.
if
If
you cut my toes off and put a block
yo,
there,
yeah.
oh my god,
I'm raking.
I'm smoking the ball.
Because you don't know if I got cement in there. I might cement you. It'll be cement gate, right? And I'm cementing. Boom, boom, hitting them from 80. I don't have the extension I need. My legs only get into here, but it's toe work.
I'll tell you what,
be the greatest kicker ever.
Super Jock.
And we call.
I'll be putting on my gold jacket.
Yo, we call.
Oh, you're pulling me down. All right, we gotta get out of here.
We're back.
Super Jock.
Oh, shit, you got me on that one. You got me on that one. I'll give you.
I know. I got him.
Super Bowl Sunday. We're all family. Get over here. Get over here.
It's like you thought last year's round table was fun.
That's great.
Oh, we're the fucking best.
You know what's good for a dry socket?
Still a little bloody in there, buddy?
Gloucester special.
Dry socket talk. Little mouthwash for you. Don't forget the floss.
Is that blood or you happy to see me? Here we go. All right.
Give it the dry socket.
Hey, enjoy your Sunday.
Oh, my God. You don't even need the dentist anymore. Rip it. Sweep's got everybody covered. Agree to disagree. A2D Radio. We love you, fam. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Hey, just enjoy a great fucking game. Tons of fucking food. Okay? And for anyone out there that says you're not watching, grow
He
up.
had to get it in.
What'd you say?
He loves dips. I was wondering when it was coming. The clock was ticking.
I choose where I'm going to go.
Poe was
based
playing
on-
the music.
On what kind of dips they're going to be serving.
I heard the music being played. I'm like, it
yeah.
wasn't dip talk. Dipgate. This guy didn't do dip yet.
Bottom line is, wherever party you go to, they better be loaded up on dips, and if you're not, fucking leave the party. All right? You got to have at least a buffalo chicken, probably the one that's in the bowl. In the bread bowl, you know what I'm talking about? Like, oh, yeah, get going. Get it going.
Get medieval.
All right. Well, speaking of getting it going, I got to get it going. Tom Malone, Nick Delgado, Brian Wilson, Greg Milanovic, Robbie Poe on the ones and twos. Family out there, thank you. It's been Agree to Disagree. Only on A2D Radio. Thank you, Dr. Paul Vidal, for calling in like you do every Sunday.
Super Bowls. First one to 6.
Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton, New Jersey. Yep, go talk. Going for 6 today. That's why he's on the wall. He's on the GOAT wall today. Let's hope the Patriots buy $1 million. Fuck the Rams. We out. And if you want money, screenshot your picks over. We out.
Steve Harvey clap.
Steve Harvey clap. That's the greatest part of that, man.
Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.